Hi everyone, Janet Rangi, and thank you so much for coming to this session today. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. So today's question, ask Janet Rangi how to win the green card and get approved for a visa. This is a very, very, very common question. And I know some of you are saying, but it's a lottery. Yes, we know it's a lottery, it's by chance. But this is a common question because people ask me, Janet, like I just read on one of my text messages today. This session is about asking Janet Rangi. Janet, I've applied for this green card for 5 times. What am I doing wrong? Okay. So this is a genuine question. So how do you win the green card? And the second part of this question is, how do I get approved for a visa? And for me to answer this question, I'm going to share with you strategies. I've seen so many success stories for the green card, admissions, getting visas and all that. And that is the knowledge I want to share with you. This knowledge is going to be, you can use it anywhere, not just for visas, not just for green cards, generally in life. The first thing is preparation. You have to prepare. Like I said in my previous videos, you need to have your internet, your computer, your documents. I even had someone asking me, Janet, I don't know which city I was born. Do I say this? Do I say that? I said, no, just go to your birth certificate. Go to your passport. What does it say? It's not about guesswork. It's not what you think. Stop overthinking. The answers are right in your head. I mean, they're right in front of your eyes. Okay, so those small things matter. But having said that, it's about, number one, I know the green card is just about the computer. I'm thinking it's drum roll and then they choose by chance. But even before you reach on that stage, at that stage where everything is randomly selected, you must have done something right. Number one, you follow directions. They say do your pictures like this, you do them. You follow instructions. They tell you not to apply twice, you do exactly that. You apply only once. So those are the things that I think some people mess up. But generally speaking, if you want to get a visa, if you want to get a green card of any kind, if you want to get admission in the best schools, in the best programs, there are some things I'm telling you. This is why it's easy to separate the best from those who are not trying. I used to wonder, like a good school that only takes 10 students and applicants were 200, how do they narrow down to these 10 people? And you find that it's not that difficult. Number one, the best just take care of business. So let me share with you when you're making any application. Simple things like making sure your ID is correct, including your ID information in the application, comparing spellings, comparing date of birth, comparing passport numbers, comparing, counter checking and checking and cross checking and using a checklist is, trust me. If there are 100 people applying for the same job and you only need 10, the first person that I see wrong spelling, sideways. Okay, passport missing, sideways. Another one, wrong date of birth, sideways. You will see that before even reach on the qualifications, you've eliminated almost 50% of the people. Trust me. And I'm just helping you so you don't annoy schools. Some of you make applications in universities and colleges, and then we don't behave like we are going for a master's program. We don't behave like we are going for a bachelor's degree. Now, I know when you apply to the school, you've paid application fees, which are like $80, $100, $150. That does not mean you are going to misuse the school. That does not mean you are going to misuse the immigration. These are human beings. If it's a simple instruction, please read the instructions first before you write an email. If I'm the one making a decision and I receive your email and the other 100 people who applied, and you are the only one or 5 of you are asking me obvious questions on the side. Now I have a decision with 90 people. I do not have a decision with 100 people. But in your heart, but I paid. Yes, you paid for them to work. You did not pay for them to be fixing simple instructions. You like it or you don't. First impressions matter. What people think about you matter. In your absence, your paperwork speaks volumes about your character. Speaks volumes about your character. Okay, never think, especially if you need a nice course. Let's say it's a very competitive course and you want to get into this program. You are not going to be the one who is writing 3 emails, 10 emails. And you find that the ones who even have good grades or who paid the full payment in full payment at once, they are the most quiet. Okay, so I'm just teaching you rule number one. Let me just summarize for you the rule number one. In your absence, do not annoy the immigration officer. Do not annoy the embassy. Do not annoy the admission office. And these are the simplest strategies you can do. Checklist, reading instructions, not writing too many emails when you can get the answers yourself, not assuming that your money is everything. Reading contracts. If you cannot afford, do not get into any contracts. Make decisions from the beginning. Those are some of the things that can separate you from the best. And then you're like, but my grades were very good. I'm just a nice person. It didn't shine through. The other applicants did a good job. They did. Let me give you a perfect example of someone who will annoy the admission office. They ask for your passport. They ask for your visa copies. And then you go and then you take pictures. The pictures are upside down or they're on the side. I'm not going to look at you. And then the other one, I'm telling you, she went to Office Max. She went to Staples. She went to a nice printer. First of all, put in the paperwork, printed that thing, made copies. After the copy came out, looked at the ink, looked at the text. You know how you go to, Word when you're typing, the font, we call it font. Making sure it's the right size, making sure I don't need magnification lens to read, making sure there's no ink splashing everywhere. Those are and then after that, now they can scan, because now they've proved that if I scan this document, the receiver will be very happy to receive this document. They will receive this document, okay, no errors, good ink, very clear, normal size. I do not need any magnification lens. Now, if you look at an application, I'm telling you, I'm teaching some of you, you are going to apply to competitive courses like nursing school, okay, schools of medicine. You are going to apply in IT. You are going to agriculture schools, master's programs, PhDs, and you are making visa, okay, immigration benefits. And then you have a checklist. The best of the best, they don't annoy those people. And let me tell you, they arrange things clearly. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and each page is complete. Each page is clear. Everything, when they compare passport, same. ID number, same. City of birth, same. The names, same. They look at the font, readable. They look at the size, good. They look checklist, bank statement, present. Application form, present. Another thing, you did not even sign. You're such in a quick hurry that you don't sign your documents. Any document that has not been signed, it has not been dated, that is not an application. It cannot be accepted. So you have to sign and date your applications. So, and then you ask me, Janet, they didn't admit me. Janet, but I missed the visa. Janet, I did not win the green card. They didn't take me in this admission. Did you know that you are one of those people that was separated? You didn't even reach the boardroom. You were outside. Your application did not even reach the boardroom. As soon as the mailman delivered it, whoever was opening to arrange and prepare the files for the application to be reviewed, yours is among the ones that have been instructions have been given to the secretaries. Go through the application. Whoever has not enclosed the payments the way we instructed, put here. The one who has sent a check and money order instead of a credit card, send here. The one who put in the wrong amount of payment, put here. The one who did not sign their document, throw in the trash can. The one who has wrong spellings, throw in the trash can. The one who did not follow instructions, who is missing some documents, throw in the trash can. The only documents we want to reach the boardroom: complete applications, well signed, well dated, clear ink, clear font, correct payment, okay, correct names, correct date of birth, everything. Guys. And this goes along in everything you do. If you're at work, okay, you have a client, and then the client comes and you serve them so well, and then you're so happy with your work. Then they go, and then you just move on. You didn't go and document anywhere. You didn't even tell people. You didn't put in writing what time did the client arrive. How did they look? What did they ask? What did you do? The way they taught me in school: not documented, not done. And those in the medical profession, always remember: not documented, not done. And no courtroom. No, you can go argue from morning through evening, and you will not win that case. It's about of she said, who said, she said. Those ones do not pass. Always remember, it's about documentation, 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 documentation. My friends, I'm telling you, these are things that maybe you should have covered a long time ago, but some of us, we are very careless. Okay, that's carelessness. That's carelessness. Okay, that's carelessness. Okay, now some of these things, me, I didn't even know. Okay, I'm guilty of some of those things. Okay, when you are going in front of people, always pay attention to your first impressions. Those are first impressions when it comes to applications. If you are going face to face, what are the first impressions? A warm, smiling face, well dressed, makeup well done. Of course, you are not gonna show up as if you are going to a club and you are going to an office. Okay, you have to be decent. You have to be decent. We are not interested to know what you have physically. That is none of our business. Today you're coming for an interview, so let us just remain official, respectful, polite. Okay. Another thing I can tell you, which I told you in the beginning of this video, is writing emails. Number one, before you even pick a call, to call people, especially in America, people are busy. The best thing you can do before you call: is there any other way I can troubleshoot? Can I troubleshoot this problem? Yes. Can I go online and do it online? Yes or no? If I go online, do they have this information? Yes or no? Can I do? So by the time you call them, they even expect your call. You'll see them even struggling with you. They're like, wow, this is strange. Well, thank you so much for letting us know this, because we might have to update this. Now you know you really needed to call people. And you know what that does? People trust you more. People trust you more. If I'm in the admission office and I have a competitive crew of people, you understand? And the person is calling me something that they could have seen on the website, something that they could have asked a friend, something that they have in their own hands, and they are calling me, trust me, it's good. I can pretend, I can do everything that I'm a nice person. It's going to affect your decision. If there are 10 people in the same and you need 3, you're out. You're out. The person who will get a chance to even interview is the person who did everything right. By the time they see the need to call, okay, it's very, very important that they call. Okay. Yes. I never assume. Schools get very frustrated with this. Why are you taking JPEG pictures? Why are you not printing the right forms? Why are you not? And by the way, mistakes happen. Don't get me wrong. But when you make any applications, especially if it's a competitive application, my friends, take it seriously. Okay. Review and review and review. And always use evidence. Do not think, well, what about this? It's not about thinking, it's about documents. Like that example I told you, city of birth, it's on your birth certificate. Oh, but my mom comes from here and I was brought up here. You're thinking, okay, let me give you this example and then I'll go. So let's say, okay, you are born in a city called Bungoma. That is where you are born. And it's on your birth certificate. And even when you got the passport, they put Bungoma, right? But you grew up in a city called Kampala, right? Or Nairobi. So let's say in Nairobi, you grew up in Nairobi. Now, the application comes. First of all, before even thinking, and I'm not accusing anyone, let me text Janet Rangi. I'm not sure about this question because me, you know, my mom comes from Bungoma, my dad comes from this Kitale, and then now we grew up in Nairobi, and I don't know what they're asking here. Fine. That example, what it tells me, you're overthinking. Instead of just going to your birth certificate. Why do I say the birth certificate and passport? Now, let's say in 3 weeks you travel to, let's say where you're coming to America. Let's say you reach Atlanta. Okay. Okay, at the port of entry. Then they ask for your passport. The person looking at your passport, are they thinking, this girl, she grew up, she was born in Bungoma, and then she went to Kitale, and then she grew up in Nairobi? Are they thinking like that? So you mess up your heads. You mess up your heads, hey. Okay. What that person wants to see. This is Mary. Passport, Mary. City of birth, Bungoma. Passport, Bungoma. They have no idea that you grew up in Nairobi. It's useless. It is pointless. So start thinking like that. Elevate your thinking. Elevate your thinking. During exams, they say, this exam is easy. Stop overthinking. And I never used to understand stop overthinking means you're making the obvious become difficult when they don't have to be difficult. So people at the port of entry are not knowing where you were born, where you grew up, but they have the documents in their eyes. You gave them the document. So always use the document. Whether you've been in that city since you were born 1 week old, you moved to Nairobi. So you don't know even Bungoma. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. The passport says Bungoma. You always write Bungoma. Any application, Bungoma, 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 Bungoma. It helps. Me, I've always wondered. My family goes to the embassy, they never get denied. I think I set a good foundation. If they check, mother, same names. Father, same names. Date of birth, same names. Sisters' names, same. Date of birth, same. Everything, same. I've never been denied any benefit. I've never been denied any immigration benefit, whether filed by a lawyer or not. Even if I just tried to do myself, I lost a work permit, approved. It's because of consistency. And that record, because I once you come to America, they know that there's a potential that your family will benefit from you. So they will always compare. They can go and compare the records. Okay? You cannot say your mother is Mary and then here you say it's a Rose, and that is why you see people, oh, Janet, they denied this application here. They did not want to deny. You are the one who brought the confusion, okay? You know how in the church they say the devil has come in. The devil is coming and the devil is twisting your head. And then you start questioning yourself. Most of the things are in front of our eyes. So just keep it simple, okay? Have I helped you? Okay? I've helped you today. By the way, if you need any help and anything I'm talking about here, do not overstay your visa. Okay, do not overstay your visas. If you need or you have any questions, Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. Do not let your visas expire. If you have any questions about applying for student visas, visiting visas, J1 visas, Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. Remember, the green card is by chance. We just put it there and then we move on with life. Okay, you have to keep on trying. You can't wait and then next year you start now panicking. Oh, I was thinking to come like next year, and so now I will wait until January, then I'll start the application. Wrong. And then you start the application late. They give you admission letters late. You start maybe now, hey, let me write the embassy quickly. I see this for the last 7 years, not just every people come. I wrote the embassy. I called the embassy. Can they give me a quick admission? It's not all of a sudden it's an emergency. It's an emergency to you. It's not an emergency to them. Number one, why didn't you start the process early? If you know you're going to school in 2025, you should start the process in 2024. Why? Because embassy appointments fill in quick. So what is urgent? It's not their problem. It's yours. You should have started early. But let's say even you started early, but still the appointments are full. They know that you can call the school first and then just postpone. I know you want to come in December, and it's very important to you that you come in December, but hey, the school can move your I-20. The school can say, okay, although we admitted in January, since you can't get an appointment, now we'll give you a new I-20 for the next semester. That's it. So you can't go knocking the embassy door. Oh, I've written to them. They are not responding. The school is opening. Janet. The school is opening. No. You should have started early. And I know sometimes if it's a scholarship, yes, because they can't give you a scholarship twice, they will understand. Okay, so those things in your head, you have to know, is this urgent or not? Okay, so what am I saying? Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. Start these processes early. Do not stress people. Make our life easy. In the end, you leave yourself a very wonderful name. Merci beaucoup. Asanteni sana. Muchas gracias, Zikomo. I will see you in the next video, okay? Make good applications. We want approvals, approval.